Hi, Kim here from Kimberly Park Farm. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare kefir. Now or kefir. There's a controversy which way you say it. It's just whichever, where you're from. Kind of like potato, aunt. Anyway, kefir is a fermented drink. It's fermented like you would have yogurt fermented or cheeses. And what it does is it obviously increases the probiotics and gets you more for your nutrients and things. Okay, this is my kefir that I have, and usually it's a little thicker, but I've traveled down to have my daughter film this. And as you can see, what some people do is they take out what's in here, kind of stir it around to filter it. I usually, when I'm doing this at home, because like say this will be much thicker, I just give it a good shake to break it down. And what we're doing is we're getting the kefir grains out of here. You'll drink the kefir, which is the milk that's left, the fermented milk. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see close, it's got bubbles and stuff because during the fermenting process, it's releasing gases and different things. Like I say, just think cheese, yogurt. I guess if you make beer at home, that would be part of it. I do this every day to make my morning drink. Try not to spill it on the top. And which is why I don't keep mine very full. As you saw in there, it's probably just a cup and a half of milk I do a day. If you are making it for more than one person, or if you're going to make it to drink more than one day, you would obviously put in more milk and let your kefir grains just ferment a little longer. Get this all stirred out. I am using a plastic strainer here, and it's just almost looks like nylon net. I'm sure I got this at Walmart. So you can just pick it up there. And I read somewhere where to use plastic instead of metal. I don't know why. Okay, so this is what you're looking for. Let me get my glasses down here. And these are the kefir grains. And as you can see, it looks almost like tapioca pudding or maybe fish eggs or stuff like that. That's what you want. That's what you're going to save day after day after day. These kefir grains that I have, I've had for, I don't know, a year and a half or so. They just grow and keep growing. What you will do with them is you'll put them in your next jar. And like I say, I usually put in about a cup and a half of milk because that's just what I make my breakfast smoothie with. I'm using just store-bought milk, 2% here. When I'm milking my goats, I use my goat milk. I don't go any less than 2% just because I think you need the butter fat to help it clump up more like you would cheese and stuff. Okay, so you would take your unused grains, put it in your milk, and then I just set mine on my counter. Don't do it in direct sunlight, but just let it sit over. The next day, the next morning, this is what I would then do what I did here. Okay, so this part, since I've just strained it, I put this in the fridge because it's warm and I don't want to drink it warm. And then I get out my one that I had fixed the day before and put in the fridge, and this is what I will make my smoothie out of. As you can see, it's really easy to do. Now, when you have these grains, and this is why I'm really doing it, is because I had some people who wanted some grains. These kefir grains will keep growing and growing. So if you're filling up like a half-gallon jar or even a quart jar, you'll have more grains. Since I just keep mine very small, I'd like to keep my grains at about, I gotta filter it back out so I can show you the grains. I like to keep my grains just at maybe a teaspoon because that'll do what I need it for. So if I'm sharing this, what I would do, and usually I'd have a few more grains before I'd split it too much. I would just put a little in a jar. So if you have fewer grains, it'll just take longer to ferment that, to make it, you know, get that clumpy, almost like a cream cheese consistency. So instead of one day, this may take 2 days to do that with. So if I'm sharing these, which is what I'm doing, I would just put a few in a jar and do the same thing, let it sit out. Since there's fewer there, it may take a little longer, but they'll just keep growing. If you don't have anyone to share them with, what I do on those mornings, but like if I had this extra, I would just throw it into my smoothie and grind it up, and that's just a super smoothie because it's got more of the little enzymes working. There you have it. It's very simple to do. Keep in mind, kefir is an acquired taste. Have a great day. Bye.